Citi has just dropped some great news. Remember when the Citi Strata Premier was the only real way into Citi's points ecosystem? That has now changed. Citi has now given us options. We've got the Strata Premier, and the brand new Strata Elite. That's right, you can now build your Citi Magnificent 5 setup using one of these three Citi Strata cards as your anchor card. Are you wondering what the Citi Magnificent 5 is? I've got you. The Citi Magnificent 5 is a setup of 5 Citi cards consisting of 3 Citi Custom Cash cards, 1 Citi Double Cash card, and the real CSP, the Citi Strata Premier. If you know, you know. The power of the Citi Magnificent 5 is that it allows you to more than double your points, and it only costs $95 a year across all 5 cards. Watch this video here to learn all the details and get caught up. So the question is, with these new Citi Strata options, do you go minimalist with the no annual fee Strata to anchor your Citi Magnificent 5? Do you stick with the all-purpose Premier? Or do you go full-on luxe with the $595 Strata Elite? Can we take a moment to appreciate that Citi is the only card issuer that has American Airlines as a transfer partner? This matters because American Airlines is arguably one of the top 2 best airline programs out there. And if you want to know why, hit me up in the comments. But you gotta hold the Strata Premier, the Strata Elite, or the OG Citi Prestige to take advantage of this feature. Today I'm breaking down each Citi Magnificent 5 setup. We're going to take a deep dive into the points that can be generated from each. We're going to talk strategy, point stacking, and let's figure out your customized Citi Magnificent 5. I'm talking personas, because what works for a points pro might not work for a first-time flyer. For those new to the channel, I'm Richard Debs from R2 Travel Rewards, and I'm an avid traveler. Before I left the US back in February, I stacked as many Citi points as I could, using the classic Citi Magnificent 5, which has helped me afford the extended trip which I'm currently on. Feel free to hit me up in the chat section of my website, boomacompany.com, if you have personal or targeted questions about your situation. Channel members get priority responses. Be sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe before hitting me up on my website. There are a core set of card strategies that get me really excited to talk about. The Citi Magnificent 5, which is my baby, is one of them. Okay, fine. Second baby. Maybe it's because Citi is the least talked about card issuer out of the big 4. I love looking for value where most people just see cracks. With Citi's new upgrades, they just said to us, "We back, baby." And I expect that they'll be in the conversation moving forward. Now, a subscriber asked me if my Citi Magnificent 5 is now broken. And to that I say, no way, it's more powerful. By the way, I'll let you know when it's broken and it's time to pivot to something new. We now have 3 editions of the Citi Magnificent 5. For brevity, I'm going to shorten it to CM5 just to get through this. But when I say CM5, I mean the Citi Magnificent 5. We have the CM5 Strata Edition. The persona of this edition is the domestic road warrior. This persona is just starting off on their journey, or they've curtailed travel to focus on family or saving for their first home. Next is the CM5 Premier Edition. The persona of this edition is a digital nomad, or folks who travel and wish to save while doing so. This persona loves international travel and exploration. They spend a lot of travel abroad, but they're more focused on experiences than the level of travel itself. This persona also greatly appreciates being able to transfer points to American Airlines to stretch their points in booking more affordable award seats. And lastly, we have the CM5 Elite Edition. The persona of this edition is the lounge lizard. This persona loves fast-tracking through security to chill in an airport lounge, easy boarding to their business class seat, and finally to their fancy hotel lounge. They're a bit much. By the way, that's me. This persona greatly appreciates transferring points to American Airlines to book business class seats. This is a breakthrough improvement much needed by a credit card issuer, and Citi stepped up. Alright, now let's break down each edition in detail. Alright, let's start with the CM5 Strata Edition for domestic road warriors. This setup consists of the 4 baseline cards of any CM5 setup, which are 3 Citi Custom Cash cards, 1 Citi Double Cash card, then it's anchored by the new Citi Strata card. All the cards in this setup incur foreign transaction fees, so you're never leaving the country with them. Hence, you're a domestic road warrior, and we can't be friends. The total cost of this edition is $0. But trust me, there is a cost in that it's measured in blood, sweat, and tears because you need to break through the Citi wall to achieve it. I recall Citi denying me for the Citi Double Cash for 2 years, which prevented me from acquiring the classic CM5. As I always say on this channel, you should always be playing the long game if you're seeking to extract maximum value. I played the long game with Citi, and now I have the classic Citi Magnificent 5. In an upcoming video, I'm going to share in detail how you can fast track achieving the Citi Magnificent 5 edition of your choice. You don't want to miss it. Next is the CM5 Premier edition, perfect for digital nomads. This is the OG CM5, which consists of the same 4 baseline cards of any CM5 setup, but this time it's anchored with the Citi Strata Premier. The total cost of this setup is $95, but it too comes with an added cost measured in blood, sweat, and tears to acquire it. The goal here is that you build your points up domestically, then you take your CSP abroad when you travel, and continue earning in very popular categories. I don't consider there to be a better card than the CSP for long-term travel, which is why it should be in every digital nomad's wallet. I also recommend this setup for 90% of all households as long as you travel at least once a year. And lastly is the CM5 Elite edition, perfect for lounge lizards. This setup consists of the same 4 baseline cards of any CM5 setup, but this time it's anchored by the new Citi Strata Elite. The cost of this setup jumps to $595 with the same blood, sweat, and tears to acquire, and this is my preferred setup. Now let's use some math to prove the power of the Citi Magnificent 5. It's not my opinion, it's math. So take it up with the ancient Babylonians and Egyptians. In each illustration, we'll assume a fixed spend of $2,350 a month across 5 popular spend categories. We'll progressively illustrate the total points earned when spending on one Citi Custom Cash card, then on the Citi Duo, which is made up of the Citi Custom Cash and a Citi Double Cash, then on the Citi Trifecta, which differs depending on the edition in question, and finally on each edition of the CM5. Alright, let's talk about the 5 spend categories which are shown here. We have travel and home improvement, which will differ depending on the month, and home improvement I'm considering Home Depot, where I buy light bulbs, detergent, pet food, plants, and a whole host of items which you can pick up from Home Depot or Lowe's. In our example, we've earmarked $500 for this category. Next, we're spending $200 on gas per month. Then there's $150 for a miscellaneous section for those items that don't fit into any standard category. Next, we have $1,000 on supermarket spend and $500 on dining. So our total spend per month is $2,350. Now let's see how that translates to points by using just one Citi Custom Cash card. All categories except supermarkets will earn you 1 point per dollar on the Citi Custom Cash, and our first $500 in spend will earn us 5 points per dollar because the Citi Custom Cash card will give me 5x on supermarkets, and then anything above the first $500 you'll earn 1 point per dollar on. So our total monthly points is 4,350 points. Extrapolated over 12 months, you'll earn 52,200 thank you points. Alright, moving on to the Citi Duo, which is made up of one Citi Custom Cash and one Citi Double Cash. Anything that we earn 1 point per dollar on as a multiplier with the first setup, we're now earning 2 points per dollar on because that's now getting charged on the Citi Double Cash, which gives you 2 points per dollar on all spend. Our points for the month jump up to 6,200 points. Extrapolated over 12 months, we earn 74,400 thank you points with the Citi Duo. With me so far? Now let's acquire one more card to make up our Citi Trifecta, and that card is the Citi Strata. 2 of our categories, which previously earned 2 points per dollar on, are now getting switched to the Strata card, and we're going to earn 3 points per dollar on them, and that's gas and supermarkets. Our total monthly points is now 6,900 points, and over 12 months, we have 82,800 thank you points earned with the Citi Trifecta, featuring the Citi Strata card. But that's old school. Now I'm going to show you the real value. We're going to introduce 2 additional free Citi Custom Cash cards to our setup to make up the Citi Magnificent 5 Strata Edition. And we're going to move our travel and home improvement spend onto a Citi Custom Cash card, earning us 5 points per dollar. And then we're going to use the second Citi Custom Cash card for the remaining $500 of supermarkets. The Citi Magnificent 5 Strata Edition now earns us 9,400 thank you points per month, and extrapolated over 12 months, that's 112,800 thank you points. Guys, we're talking about a free setup. The Citi Magnificent 5 Strata Edition is a free setup. And I repeat, we're keeping our monthly spend fixed at $2,350, but just strategically using 5 Citi cards, which make up the Citi Magnificent 5, instead of earning 52,000, 74,000, 82,000, we're now earning 112,800 thank you points. Who doesn't want that? That's like a big fat sign up bonus every year. So we love that, but again, that's mostly for the domestic road warrior. So now let's switch out the Strata card for the Strata Premier card to make up the Citi Magnificent 5 Premier Edition. We'll continue to hold our spend at $2,350 a month, and nothing changes with the single Citi Custom Cash card and the Citi Duo. So now we'll focus our attention on the Citi Trifecta. The Citi Trifecta is now made up of a Citi Custom Cash card, a Citi Double Cash card, and a Citi Strata Premier. The category changing between the Strata Premier Edition and the Strata Edition is dining. We're now going to earn 3 points per dollar on dining, making our monthly total points 7,400, extrapolated over 12 months, that's 88,800 thank you points. So now let's take a look at the CM5 Premier Edition with our Citi Strata Premier. The dining category gets a bump to 3 points per dollar, making our total monthly points earned 9,900 points. Over 12 months, that's 118,800 points. Between the Strata Edition and the Premier Edition, we've bumped up our points by 6,000 points. But we've also spent $95. So is it worth it? Now with this $95 card, we've earned a travel card, and we can take that abroad with us and continue earning in important categories like travel, supermarkets, dining, and gas. And don't forget, we get all the travel protections, which you would expect with a travel card. I'm a big fan of always earning points. Just because I'm on vacation or on a long-term stay abroad, it doesn't mean I can't continue to earn points and have my strategy work for me. But we have one more edition of the CM5 to discuss. We're going to swap out the Citi Strata Premier for a Citi Strata Elite card at $595. And that makes this the Citi Magnificent 5 Elite Edition. Holding our spend fixed at $2,350, we're going to focus on the Citi Trifecta and the CM5 Elite Edition. The Citi Trifecta is now made up of a Citi Custom Cash card, a Citi Double Cash card, and a Citi Strata Elite. The three categories which are changing are gas, supermarkets, and dining. Gas and supermarkets are changing from 3 points per dollar down to 2 points per dollar, and our dining category is getting bumped up from 3 points per dollar to 4.5 points per dollar. Why is it 4.5 points per dollar? It's because Citi has introduced the concept of Citi Nights. Every week, on Friday nights and Saturday nights, instead of earning 3 points per dollar on dining, you're going to earn 6 points per dollar on dining. And since most people go out to dinner on Friday night and Saturday night, we're going to average out the dining points earned to 4.5 points per dollar per month. And I think I'm being conservative. So with our Citi Trifecta, featuring the Strata Elite, our monthly total points earned is 7,450 points. Extrapolated over 12 months, it's 89,400 points. So moving from the Citi Trifecta to the CM5, the only thing that we're introducing that's new are 2 Citi Custom Cash cards. So 2 of our categories are going to go up to 5 points per dollar: travel and home improvement and supermarkets, making our total points earned per month 10,450 points, and over 12 months, 125,400 points. So without changing any of our spending habits, the Citi Magnificent 5 Elite Edition grows our yearly points earned from 52,000 to 125,000. And comparing the CM5 Elite Edition to the Premier Edition, we've gained an additional around 7,000 thank you points per year. But this edition costs us $595, which is an additional $500 in spend. Is it worth it? It depends on if you're a lounge lizard or not. Do you want to fast track through security and chill in an airport lounge or a priority pass lounge? Do you want preferred boarding? And do you want global entry when you return to the United States? I'm a lounge lizard. I want that. Actually, I need that. So again, it's all about personas. So a specific setup is not either good or bad. It's does it work for you? You might find outsized value in a setup and someone else might not. And sometimes a setup just speaks to you. So I hope that I've helped you appreciate the power of these 3 Citi Magnificent 5 editions. We see that we can grow our points on the same fixed spend of $23.50 a month from 52,200 Citi thank you points per year to 112,800, 118,800, and 125,400 depending on the CM5 edition that works for you. The common denominator is that you need to be running one of these CM5 setups. It's not enough to just acquire and use a credit card. It's about using them strategically. If you're not ready for travel yet, or you're just taking a break to focus on life's many curveballs, then the $0 CM5 Strata Edition is right for you. As long as you travel at least once a year and you don't need all the bells and whistles while traveling, you just can't go wrong with the CM5 Premier Edition. Now, if you want a little lux in your life, and you know that you do, then you ought to try on the CM5 Elite Edition. Embrace the lounge lizard in you. The lounge lizard edition is definitely right for me because I'm more bougie than hip. At the moment, I wish to avoid further city rejections, so I might wait another 3 months before I seek the level up from my Premier Edition to the Elite Edition. I'll try my best to hold off, but no promises. So be sure to tune in to learn how to fast track acquiring the CM5 edition of your choice. That video is coming up soon. Comment below which edition is right for you and why. Given your use case, what would be your CM5 spend categories to maximize your thank you points returned? Thank you for watching until the end. Since you've gotten this far, it only makes sense to like, share, subscribe to this channel, and become a member to help give it some visibility. As always, take care and be good to each other.